While just a humble cantrip, Thorn Whip is one that I look to take anytime I get the opportunity. Found on the Druid and Artificer spell lists, it can be one that's underwhelming on paper with its low damage and limited range, but where I think Thorn Whip really shines is through the opportunity to influence combat by controlling positioning. Here's how it works. As an action, you can cast Thorn Whip to make a melee spell attack against a creature within 30 feet. If it hits, that creature is then pulled up to 10 feet towards you, also suffering piercing damage from the whip's razor-sharp thorns. There are some important details though. You can only pull creatures that are classified as large or smaller. The size category of a creature can be found on their stat block. Also, because it's a cantrip, the amount of damage that Thorn Whip deals is tied to your character level instead of to a spell slot. Even at higher levels, it's never going to pack that much of a punch. Finally, it's worth noting that Thorn Whip's duration is listed as instantaneous, meaning that the whip doesn't stick around after the action is resolved. So on paper, Thorn Whip is a control cantrip with a little bit of damage tied to it. And that's not bad. But what if I told you that by setting up the right circumstances, Thorn Whip's pull could help you punch way above its weight class? Let me show you what I mean. On the battlefield, your party's currently got their hands full. Turns out this mountain camp had way more enemies than anyone expected, and on top of that, they're actually pretty tough. Looking for a way to turn the tide, you see an opportunity. Using some of your movement to reposition, you line yourself up with the enemy leader and cast Thorn Whip. It hits, and the vines immediately rip them off the spot towards you as the thorns deal their damage. As the whip dissipates, there's now nothing beneath them but open air and a long fall. I get that pulling somebody off of a cliff is a pretty dramatic example, and to be honest, probably a pretty rare occurrence to set up anyway. But I think that what it illustrates is that the opportunity to forcibly move somebody can be a game changer. Whether it's pulling them onto rough terrain to slow them down, pulling them into a spell's area of effect to combo with an ally, or pulling them down from a horse just to ruin their day, Thorn Whip represents the opportunity to change the situation. But why stop at moving enemies? If your allies are willing to take a little bit of damage, then you have even more options on the table. Your party is fighting to escape from a monster's lair. A member of your party is keeping the monster at bay as the rest of the group prepares to seal the door. Your turn comes up, and you target an ally with Thorn Whip. You successfully hit, and the whip pulls your ally to safety. And because the rules for opportunity attacks state that they aren't provoked when someone or something moves you without using your movement, action, or reaction, the only damage your ally takes is from the whip. The rest of the party slams and bars the door, shutting out the hungry monster. And there you have it, the small but mighty Thorn Whip. It's a niche spell not available to everyone, but I think it packs a whole lot of potential for those willing to seek it out. With something so versatile, I'm sure that there's lots of great uses that I missed out on. If there's any stories that you have or ways that you think that it can be used that I overlooked, please let me know. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.